bumping today, guys. Hope everyone who's watching at a later time finding themselves in a good Wednesday. Halfway through the week, everybody. I'm just trying to stay out of the sun right now. That's why I'm in the shed. Oh man, I'm making a mess in here. Like it's not a mess already. Okay. Just one. Great. Hey, what's going on, kids? How you doing today? We're about to get in a Hive 14, and as long as they have the proper moisture levels, we are going to be extracting honey from them. Pop out, so smoke the shit out for the chicks. Oh boy. Hold it. Trying to not burn my hands and get this going. We don't need it too crazy today. We should be in and out of Hive 14 pretty quickly. Let me get a little bit of extra fuel. Give me 1 second. Handful of pine shavings and a handful of wood smoker pellets or wood stove pellets, whatever they are. They work really well, and I saw one beekeeper on YouTube, I forget his name and his channel, but since seeing that, I literally just the smoker or the pelletized wood for the wood stove, that's what I'm using. It's like $6 for the bag last year, and I haven't even gone through a quarter of it, I don't think. Alright, I'd say we're solid. Nope. Ah, man, these smokers, they literally get a little bit gummy up and, like, gotta, like, bang them on there. I need to get a hammer out here. Alright, let's get the hood on. I forgot my baseball cap inside, so we're gonna try to be super aware that the veil doesn't fall on our face. Let them sting us through there. Okay. So stinging my foot was not the best idea yesterday. I'm trying to do sting therapy. My neck, it works fine. It works really well on my neck. In my foot, however, I woke up at like 4 a.m. and went to go to the bathroom. As soon as I stepped on the ground, I'm like, oh no. My foot is the size of an elephant's foot. It is crazy. Okay, so trying to see where my box is. Okay, my shade box is out over there. We're gonna pull along our trusty little, shit, you know what I need? My bee brush is inside. Of course it is. Why would it be where we need it when we need it to be there, right? Okay, go set up. We'll get everything in place, and then we'll get that brush real quick. Little wagon. Watch out there, chicken nuggets. I'm sure Hive 14 is going to be super enthusiastic about us taking their honey. Let's hope that smoker stays there. We're going to give it a few more puffs while we're here. Yep, Tucum, we're homesteading over here. Farmsteading, because we sell any excess, and we produce excess on purpose to fund ourselves. Where's the sun? Okay, so the sun is there. That'll be good in the box. Okay, so we have our refractometer. I'm not expecting these guys to be fully capped up, so we're gonna have to check moisture level. What's up, Brody? Once moisture level is under 18%, we should be good. So we're gonna check a few different spots in the honey caps, just to make sure that our moisture level is running good. I have to walk all the way to the house to go and grab my bee brush. Oh, kitty, what'd you get this time? Damn it. Oh, kill it, cat. Come on, it fell. Of course it fell. What? It was between here yesterday. I'm already cooked. Hold on. Let's get a water. Let's be smart. Okay. Whew. What's going on, Leia? How we doing? Can you hear the queen bee making the pip sound. You can, but it depends where and if she's pipping. Normally they don't pip. But yeah, I've definitely heard the piping before. It's really interesting. It's like a on my phone. Okay, so wearing a bee hat, a bee jacket, and some gloves today because we're going to be pissing them off taking their honey. All right, I'm putting you guys in here, and let's get a sip real quick. Make sure the electric is off. Yep. The electric fence is off. So okay, just kidding. All right, guys. I'm just letting everyone know it's difficult for me to see with the veil. You guys are in the shade. It's super sunny out today. I will do my best to get to people's comments and chat with you guys. So in due time, just please be patient with me. What we're doing is we're going to pop this honey super off. We're going to do a quick little inspection in the second brood box just to see if we have room, if we have eggs, any swarm cells. Then we're taking this honey box inside, granted it's at the proper moisture content, and we are going to extract it. So we're just getting our smoker going a little bit more because of course it loves to go out on camera. Smoker's camera shy. All right, here we go. Let's check these girls out. Oh, you know it's hot out because there was no pop when I hit that lid up. So a little bit of smoke. Let's actually smoke the entrance of these two hives. You really want to, if you have hives that are right next to one another, you really want to smoke both entrances just to throw off the guards. Because if one of them decides that they smell attack pheromone, it could actually trigger both the colonies. Man, these stupid earwigs. Oh my gosh, I hate them so much. Stop trying to steal my honey. Come on, get out of the box. Alright, so we're going to try to be super diligent and quick in here because these girls are not going to like this much. I'll tell you right now. So that's why I wear the full bee suit too. It's dearth season, which means that there's no real nectar flow coming in currently. So what we're gonna do is try. Man, this is like glued down in there. Whew. Okay, so not much honey on this. Not even gonna bother with that one. Honestly, I think I'm only gonna be able to pull 2 frames from these girls. So there's a little bit of honey on there. You guys see that? Damn, I don't know if I'll be able to pull anything. We popped one open yesterday, right? One was at like 19%. Some of the stuff in 2 was about 20%. Also, nothing spectacular. Alright, so maybe we're only going to be harvesting 2 frames today. Oh, man, they're starting to cap this out. You see all that, the wax right there? That's good stuff. And then everything underneath is just nectar, ready to be cured. All right, so we'll put this frame down, pull our cute little scientific tool out of our pockets. Make sure I already broke it. First day using it, got broken. Won't be doing a Amazon review on this one. Where is it? I gotta probably go to the hardware store. They probably have a roll pin. So like you see that hole right there in the middle? That was holding this the other day. So it's like the prism gate. So you put your honey in there, close the gate, and you're able to read moisture content, which is really cool. Let's see how moisture content is on this colony. Oh, I could already tell it's probably pretty good. That's a scientific reading, probably pretty good, just letting you know. Okay, so gate goes down, makes it very difficult to use now, but still doable. So you put like a few drops on, you guys can see how it's, I'm hoping you can see that, how it's sort of like interesting under the glass. You want to basically fill the prism up, and then you look into there. Yeah, so that's at 16% moisture content. Let's check the other side quick. to make sure. Where'd my trusty paper towels go? Right here. So this time of the year, being that it's like dearth, meaning no nectar, the bees tend to get agitated quite easily. Oh no, I got one. Sorry, girl. Go clean her up. Just try not to get wax in there, if possible. It's always a good idea to wipe the prism down in between each reading, just so you can get an accurate reading. So that is reading, let me see if I can focus it without having it fall off. That's probably about like 16.5%, which is fine. Let me see if I can put this up on the screen if you guys could see that or not. I'm trying to. There you go. You see the moisture content on the right side? It's very difficult to do this, by the way. But basically, it reads moisture. There's a Brix level, there's a moisture level in everything, every liquid, and this reads it, which is really, really cool. It's basically like a weird little microscope that reads moisture. So it's just called a refractometer, and probably the best investment I've ever made. This one was cheap. You can spend a couple $100s on them, but as long as you have, oh man, this, I don't even know if it's worth taking this honey right now from these girls. Let's pop them open and see what they got going down below. Actually, we're gonna pop this. There's literally only 2 frames I could pull. I thought I had more honey that I could pull from in here. You know what the problem was? I think I had honey stores below in the second box, and what had happened is they decided they were going to eat it. So, yeah, this is, see how the side's like capped up basically? There's all the white cappings. So we're not going to bother measuring that side because I know it's probably within range. This side we're going to pull a little bit and just check. This will be our last reading on here. Let's check a little bit there, a little bit there. That honey looks great, by the way, guys. Okay. That's on. Find the prism glass again, right there. So hard to do with these gloves on. You lose all dexterity with gloves. That's why you normally see me not in the full suit. So that's reading a little bit high, actually. That's like maybe 17.5%. But anything under 18% is good. I don't think I'm actually going to pull from here today. I'm just going to make sure the health of them is good. Maybe if we have something good that we could pull on the brood box, we'll do that. And then in the next week or two, I'm going to consolidate these girls down into a single deep, or no, double deep configuration. My apologies. And we'll decide what we're going to do with overwintering them. But this colony was a swarm, I believe in July. I caught them. Biggest one I've ever caught. It was probably 10 pounds or more of bees. I had to put 2 deep boxes on to just support all of them. They didn't fit into one box. They were like overflowing out the front. And within 2 weeks, they drew out 20 frames of comb, which is like ridiculous. That is a lot of nectar that was used to draw all of that. Okay. So this box is pretty light. I'd say it's only like 10 pounds or so. Oh, what's up there? What is on you? Is that wax? Is that a wax gland going on right there? Holy shnikes. Oh my gosh. These girls are so propolized. Look at all this wax in here. So this is why a lot of beekeepers choose not to use queen excluders, is just because They're a little bit funny. They get clogged up quite easily. So I'll run my tool down here. We'll save this wax, candle making, all that good stuff. I'm sure there's a use for it in a salve or something as well. I have to figure out how to make salves. That's my next goal. Maybe I'll do it in the wintertime where I'll like figure it out and start making some salves. That would be sick. I have to figure out if it's legal to sell them though, you know? Everything you want to do is illegal, guys. Just remember that. Government wants their piece of everything you do. But can't change it, unfortunately. Well, we can, but we need society to be cordial, let's say. But the government that was supposed to be for the people, by the people, is more for themselves and their pockets. Which is a bummer. Total freaking bummer. Alright, let's check these girls out. Oh, okay, so this is where the honey's at. Oh my gosh, this is a 10-pound frame. So propylized in here, guys. Slow and steady. Woo! Oh my gosh, I have to clean that up. This is so propylized. Look at that, they drew onto the wall and I ripped open their comb on them. Dang it. You girls are ridiculous. Look at this. It's like all just like leaking out everywhere right now. We're gonna make sure Queen's not on here. She should not be. This is a honey frame, full honey. So we're gonna drop this down like this for a second. We're gonna use our Hive tool. Oh, they're pissed. You guys hear the mood change immediately. Oh shit. Yep, they're very pissed at me. They're gonna try to get into my suit in a second. So we have some larvae here, some brood, but they're backfilling everything. You see the brown cappings right there? That is brood. So I'm gonna put this here for a second. Oh my god, please don't find your way in my mask. Whew. She's like very intimidatingly in my face right now. This one girl. We're gonna give them some smoke here. Calm them down, hopefully a little bit. Or piss them off more, one of the two. Figure it out. We'll pull this up and out of here. If I can reach it. I'm gonna chew on that wax in a minute. That's okay. Oh man. Yeah, I'm definitely chewing on this wax. Excuse me. Oh, I just smushed one of the girls. I'm sorry, ladies. Girls, you're getting a little bit creative for me. Too creative for my liking. See? Then I accidentally ruin your hive, and none of us like that. Oh man, she's trying to get in so bad. You see her? She wants to hit me. If I like touch my face accidentally to this, she's gonna nail me. Okay. So we're gonna put this frame back here, and we're gonna put this frame off to the side. I just want to make sure that this queen has some room. I'm sure she does. Alright, let's pull some frames for you guys, just for a little inspection, since we're not going to pull... I mean, we could pull honey, but like, I'm so torn between pulling a honey frame that has brood on it. One, I would obviously have to wait for the brood to hatch out. If it's capped, it's like 11 days, or up to 11 days. If it's not capped, you're looking at possibly like 9 or so days. So this was the other week. You see how like there's a honey rainbow now, so it goes up and over the top, and there's all the brown casings in the middle. This the other week was filled with nectar, and I'm like, oh, I haven't treated this hive ever. This is all brand new frames, brand new combs, so I would legally be able to come and harvest it. Oh man, she really wants in my mask. Make sure that she's not finding her way. Get out of here. Yeah, so this hive would have lit me up if I was just in my veil today. It's that time of the year though, so To be expected. But they're trying to get in my pants right now. Oh my gosh. They're gonna light me up. I have a feeling. Surprised they're not stinging me through my chute though. So, great honey rainbow pattern here. Pull this little bit of creativeness out. They like to get creative down at the bottom and try to connect the two boxes because there's a double deep here, so it's 20 frames on top of one another. And they do get creative from time to time and draw some extra wax. I would prefer they put that extra wax to good use in the honey colony, or the honey supers. Alright, let's see what we got here. Man, this is like a couple of drones on the bottom end, and then it's just all freaking honey. Next frame is all brood. This colony is so freaking massive. I can't believe how big they are. And there's even one extra frame down here that is not fully drawn. 2 frames that are basically not fully drawn. That's okay. This colony next year, as long as they overwinter well, next year I can only assume this colony is going to be like one of my best producers. I'm almost curious if they've bred to a Russian genetics, because they're putting, this is a full frame of honey. This is probably 6 to 8 pounds ish. Next frame is full honey. Both sides fully capped, is it? Oh man. Oh, whew. Oh, that'll piss them off. There we go. There we go. That'll really piss them off. Sorry, girls. Yeah, that's a full sheet of fully capped honey right here. Man, that's one. That's awesome. This other one is very awesome as well, just like it. Let's see, I think there's some brood on one side. Let's not piss them off and drop frames again. I'm just working quickly, trying to get in and out of these girls. Oh man, that's, so they're not fully capped on that side. This side is though. And then the next frame over is basically good. Alright, so we've got eggs, we've got larvae, we've got brood. I know the queen is here. Actually, these girls re-queened themselves just a couple weeks ago. They did get friendlier, but now they're, I mean, it's dearth, so I can only assume that's the reason they're a little bit angry and cranky right now. And I get it. I'm in their hive. I'm messing around with them. They don't like that. Would you like that? Someone coming into your home? Especially, let's say you were laid off of work, right? So you laid off of work and someone's in your home now and like they're like, hey, where's the money at? Oh man, I just broke this. Whatever. I'm not putting the queen excluder back on because we have so much honey rainbow down there that they say if you have honey rainbow at the bottom, usually what'll happen is the bees won't, or the queen bee won't go over top of that. Man, that's so glued down. Oh, what's up? I'm seeing a lot of love in the chat, guys. What's up? Okay. Alright, so hopefully our queen doesn't go up in the top box. If she does, so be it. Get it? So be it. I'm going to turn you guys around. We're going to do a little inspection of Hive 13. And yeah, then we'll, I don't know, we'll figure out what we're doing next. Oh my gosh. Whew. Trying to figure out where the sun shade's gonna be. Here we go. Shade right there. Alright, this one you probably see a little bit better now. And let me see what you guys are chit-chatting about. What's going on, Iris? What's up, Mighty Mike Drop? Riley, hello, 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 everybody. Outlaw Play, what's going on? What do you do about sporadic comb? If you're still here, Outlaw, so what I like to do, like, what are you talking sporadic comb? Yeah, over 18%, definitely unfavorable. No, so the girls were all to tuck them. They're all under 18%, just that I don't know if it's worth my time to pull only 2 frames. So, okay, sporadic comb. If you're talking like, if they're new, are they a new colony? Question above. I saw what you're saying, Outlaw. Okay, so let me know what you're talking about. Not full frames. I'll show you one that's not full frame real quick. You're talking like this, right? Where like half of this is drawn, over here is not. What I normally do is I let them just rock and roll. They'll draw it up eventually. So now I don't know. There's the whole debate, like, do you feed, do you not feed? New since June. Well, welcome to the world of beekeeping. I'm hoping you're enjoying all the stings and wonderfulness that comes with it. So yeah, are you running double deep or single deep colonies? I'm gonna try to work these girls a little bit slower. This is just gonna be a health check for me. 2 or 3 on the frame like that. Okay, so basically, what I do is I just let them go. Let them rock. So if I'm opposed to feeding, I really don't think that feeding bees is proper. I'm making my way to like make some money, some serious money. So like this, for example, right? You see how like the bottom is really not drawn too much, and it's like very minimal comb up top. I haven't fed these bees at all. This is a new colony. Well, newer this year. These girls have probably been here since June or so. But you can see there's not much wax down in there. So it came out like this. I'm gonna put this to the side just like that. We're gonna work them. Let's give them a little smoke, because these girls are probably gonna be a little angry. Everyone's a little angry this time of the year. So same thing right here. See, not much wax drawn, but now these are the outside frames. So what I'll do is, like what I usually do is when I start a new box, I pull a frame of brood up. If you were going from 1 box to 2 box, pull a frame of open brood. So that means the bees have to go there and they have to take care of the babies, the larvae. They have to feed them multiple times a day. So like this, same thing. Half of this is drawn, half of it's not. What I could do to encourage growth, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a frame manipulation right now. Let me try to turn this camera around. Oh man, my hands are so nasty. Okay, hold on. I don't care if I get stung in the hand. If I get hit though, make sure to tell me to take my ring off. All right, so you see how this frame we have partially drawn here? I normally don't like to put honey, because this is a honeycomb right here. Normally don't like moving it to a blank foundation area, because they'll really take advantage of that. So literally what I do to manipulate sometimes is I'll just move one frame out to the outer spot. Oh man, they're coming for my fingers. Don't get my ring finger. It's going to be hard to choose wedding ring or finger. I'd probably choose the wedding ring. Cut the finger off. I'll put it on the other hand. So basically just like that. And then hopefully they'll start drawing this better. Now I might be screwing myself because I have honey on both sides. So they're going to want to keep on drawing that out. Especially if they have the resources. They'll just put new wax down. They'll make it as wide as they can. So basically we have all nectar in here. Half drawn on that side, and then this side is there. They normally like to work the middle of the hive first. That's normally where bees are going to be working the most. So if you were to take those frames that are partially drawn and slightly just move them 1 frame out every week. And then so if you did the left side of the hive 1 week, next week do the right side of the hive. And you're just going to gradually work them out to the outside edge, because they usually work the outside edge last. But if it's a partially drawn frame, and they'll be inclined to draw more in the middle, I like to take brood frames and put them next to each other when I do that. Just because if brood is there and it's capped over and it's going to hatch soon, they normally do not take any initiative to continue drawing that wax out. They'll just leave it at a nice good width away from the frame, because otherwise you'll get that wonky comb. Remember, try to keep that 3/8 bee space if you can.
yeah, it's definitely okay to move them out of order, but not everything. Don't like go crazy. But like, let's say you had a top box with 5 frames that are drawn, and let's say they're like all brood on there. I have done every other frame, so it's just one manipulation. So you could either do 1 frame to the outside each week and put a blank in between, so you have drawn, blank, drawn, like that. Or you separate them. So you go on the outside, you'll do blank, blank, but then on the inside, so you can go blank, drawn, blank, drawn, blank, drawn. That's called checkerboarding. And you could absolutely checkerboard your colony. I've done it plenty of times. We have a clean cup down here, just an emergency. Okay, another one, okay, so we're dry cups. Man, this queen is really awesome. Let's see, can you guys see down into there? That's just all eggs and larvae down there. Man, they're doing a great job. I'm gonna leave that drone comb at the bottom. That's one thing that you'll find a lot of is you have drone comb at the bottom of your frames if you're running a double deep configuration. Try to leave that the best you can. Sometimes you'll, without avoiding it, you'll rip them open because they connect them on the bottom. But yeah, just try your best to work with it and see what's going on. All right, let's see. Push these girls to the outside again. Excuse me, we're gonna close you up. I've seen enough up here, so I also have 2 frames on the other side that are not as drawn as I'd like them to be. And then also, putting that waxed frame to the outside, they'll get to it when they can, but it gives them space, it gives them opportunity. And they always like to work the inside first, just how the bees are in nature. And yeah, so they'll work it when they want to, and they'll work it harder and faster when you have an older population of bees, because they don't start drawing wax until about 4 to 5 weeks. It's the older bees that draw the wax out. Maybe like 3 to 4 weeks. And yeah. Let's see, hold on. Let's step into the shade real quick. See if there's any questions I can answer. Oh man, that one's pissed at me. Yeah, so if you're still here, you could move them out of order. You have any other questions about moving them? Being there probably shouldn't take any honey out until next year. So that's a good question. My one hive over there, right there, Hive 8, they were new this year, and like it all depends on, like, did you get a package? Did you have a nucleus? Did they build out super quick? Did you feed them? Is there mix of sugar syrup? So that colony didn't feed them, put them into a single deep. They ran that out in about 2 weeks. They were fully drawn. Put a double deep on them. They drew that out in like another week when the clover was on. And then I slapped a honey super. They drew 9 frames for me. So I had 8.5. 8.5 frames that I was able to pull actually yesterday in the live. And man, is that honey like dark. It's like, it's a honey flow from like just the other week, right before we hit our little dearth period. And they are absolutely amazing. And for a first year colony, so like that's first year, all those. So basically all I had this year starting, this is my 3rd year keeping, by the way, is 1, 2, and 3. 3 decided to split and like swarm on me. I caught them twice. So Hive 7 right there is from 3, and then Hive 4 and 5 are also from 3. And the only reason I put them there is I was moving that around. I had like another box there. So that I just slapped on the double deep on Hive 7. I was going to try to get this hive going. Let's see if we can pop them open. I was trying to get them into a double deep this year, but honestly, I don't think that they're going to be capable of that. I don't know what is going on with them. Let's see. So this frame's blank, but they're starting to work it. Also half drawn frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8. So they've been drawing recently. I don't know what we're catching a flow of, but they're definitely starting to do a little bit of drawing here, which is good to see. But I would really have loved to see these frames actually get drawn way sooner. So I've had them in this for over a month. So I had the July I had the end of June and July flow. And we have like a lot of like basswood and stuff around here and sourwood. So I don't know what they're doing. They're just, could be a queen issue, but I don't know. They were like super strong. They built out like 4 or 5 frames in the nucleus, and they had all blank. You know what it is? It's probably because that hive 9 right there, they were an extraction. So I extracted the actual colony from somebody's like grill space. They made a freaking colony under where they keep the propane. And they were super small, so they had to use resources to reconnect frames or reconnect their comb. There's a couple of like wild comb in there. I just connected it with, you use like rubber bands up and down. Let me see, do I have my rubber bands with me? Yep, right here. So I always have rubber bands with me just in case I need to like reconnect something in the colony. But yeah, I would say not to take honey this year unless they have so much honey. So like 14, they had a lot of honey. I could probably pull 2 frames of the deeps, but then my extractor is going to be ridiculous, and I just don't feel like doing that. I usually let first year colonies have everything. That's just to help them over winter. Have you done any mite treatments or checks yet? That smoker's just going, poofing away. I'm very curious what I'm going to do with right there, Hive 10. They are right now in the midst of supersedure. And for some reason, the queen wasn't doing good. She was a catch from one of our swarms here. So it might have been a poor breeding. It was also a secondary swarm, so it was younger bees. They weren't really drawing the best comb. Then she swarmed, after catching her as a swarm, she swarmed again. Caught her, I'm like, wait, this queen looks familiar. I'm like, oh, this box is empty. Put her back in there, and she's been building up ever since. She just recently went into a boom with larva, with larva and brood. And she started going crazy with laying, and then all of a sudden they're requeening her. She's nowhere to be found in the colony. And yeah, she just, I don't know. I'm gonna let them rock and roll and see what happens and see what kind of hybrid I pop out of there. Is it possible to stay at 2 hives, or is it going ongoing investment? Well, so being that I only had 3 hives this year, I was expecting to do even split on all my colonies. So I was expecting to go into winter with 6 to 8, because I was like, yeah, I'll catch maybe 2 swarms. I've had 2 extractions and 6 swarm calls, and I've caught a couple of my own swarms, and I did a couple of my own splits, and I grafted some. I'm up to 15 colonies right now. I'm currently at, for just deeps, I bought a pallet, 36 deep boxes. That was like $500, and I bought 200 frames. So I'm still 160 frames away from getting those 36 boxes filled, and I'm up to $1,300 this year. I'm probably going to spend another $500 or $600 because I'm going to get the ProVap oxalic acid vaporizer. I want to switch to either treatmentless, or I want to switch to a fully organic mite treatment. Yeah, so I've used Apivar in Hive 1, 2, and 3. Hive 3, 5, and 4, and 7, since those all came from Hive 3 as swarms, I'm going to try not to treat this year. I'm going to do a completely treatmentless and just see how it goes. If I've seen mites on the bees in any of the hives, I'm assuming that the mites are there. They're loaded. But even if I do a single treatment, it all depends, because like most of these colonies were a swarm, so they had about a 3-week brood break. So that means if they had mites, the mites probably died off in that time, got groomed off of the bees, and it all depends. Like if they're doing really well and you have like good action and good drawing, usually you could tell that the colony is doing well. That being said, I didn't treat my bees first winter. I also listened to a local about how to overwinter them, and I went against my better judgment and did it that way because I'm like, they've been keeping bees 17 years up here. Oh man, this girl is, where is she? There she is. She's gonna sting my hand. Oh, 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 she's coming for it. She's coming for it. No, 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 no. Hold on. Hide my hands, hide my hands. My hands are behind my back. Hold on, guys. Get me now, girl. Oh my gosh. Both Hoover hives. Wait, you have the Hoovers? That's the one that you could tap on. How did she find me, dude? I smell like stings. I was stinging myself yesterday on live. Powder sugar for mites. So I'm not sure if my friends. She just wants me. We're gonna walk. My friends tried the powder sugar method, which it's a decent method. Granted, your bees are good at grooming. If they're a good grooming bee, and you're never gonna know that unless like you see it in action and it works. So if they're good at grooming, it can work for sure. If they're not good at grooming, then honestly, like my friends, their colonies were super infested with mites, and they lost both their colonies, and they decided to take a break from it this year. Run, Brody! Brody, Blake the Drake, Latte, and Quacky Campbell. I love these dogs. And then all their babies are all the way over there. I hope you guys can see them right now with this glare. I can't see anything. Let's see. I built this. I can't see anything with the glare. I built everything here on farm, guys. These chicken coops, the quail hutches over there. I put the boxes together, so I figured my time. Honestly, I should probably order assembled boxes, but I'm a cheap, broke farmer. Okay, so we're not pulling from them. Hive 1 and 2 have honey in there that I could hopefully get. But going back to your question about the sugar shake or the sugar treatment, you could try it. I would definitely try to do it in a combination with other treatments as well. So if you look up David Burns, he's a great beekeeping YouTuber. I probably watched all of his videos. Same with Cayman Reynolds. They're very informative, especially some of their earlier content. And I've learned a lot from those guys for sure. Are you still following me? What the hell? Ooh. Okay, trick of the trade for you, Outlaw. Grab yourself a stick, trim it down so it fits in the hole, just like that. And yeah, so now you'll save a lot of your fuel. Oh, I just stitched this up today, guys. It's so much nicer than having it just come apart like it was. Okay, so there's multiple methods. You could try to cage your queen. They have a push-in. It's called a push-in queen cage. So basically, this is a queen cage right here. Let me pull some of that wax off of there, dang. So you could either capture your queen, put her in a cage like this, and this is also my other method, just a stick. And I put this down and pinch it between two frames like that, and call it a day. I'll show you actually how I do it. I've got some frames right here. So if in the colony, these two frames are together. Oh boy, I'm about to lose this whole pile. So I'll just go like this. I push this down just like that, and then smush that together. You could keep her caged for, I think they say it's like up to a week. Okay, hold on. Move this so it doesn't fall. It fell anyway. Okay, so pushing method. So it's like it looks like an octagon or a hexagon, and it's basically got like these little fingers, and it pushes down into your comb. So that's a way that you could cage your queen without having to actually pick her up and handle her, if you're afraid about damaging her at all. I've gotten used to just like pinching just on her wings. You literally just gently grab the wings, pick her up, make sure your fingers are situated because she could sting you a million times, and that would definitely make me smush her. But so you could use, and the stick method is nice. So you could use a push and queen cage on. Just double check with a brood break how many days you should stop her from laying. At this time of the season, depending where you are, it could mess with them a little bit. I would say no longer than 5 days. I'm thinking that's probably the golden day. So you queen cage her, she wouldn't be able to lay, and make sure that you put her in a spot that's open so she can lay at least those couple of cells. You'll pop that queen cage over her. The bee. You guys hear me? I had a phone call coming in. You guys hear me still? Thumbs up if we can hear me. I just want to make sure before I start talking. Okay. Yeah, so the queen cage gives a brood break. So basically, when the mites reproduce, they'll slip into the brood nest, and they slip under the capping just before it gets fully capped out. They slide under, one mite goes in, 2 or 3 mites come out. That's how they reproduce. And so you might not have problems if your bees are strong and resilient right now. What could happen later is over winter, they might become less resilient. They're stuck inside. They are now open because it's like a parasite, so they're popping into their carapace, which leaves the bees susceptible to any disease or outside sources of bacteria that could destroy your hives. That's definitely not good. So I would say if you're going to go sugar shake, I'd say try the sugar shake and like shake the hell out of it on there. Cover those bees. Make sure that everyone gets super covered. And also, oh boy, is she coming for me? She's coming for me. Run! Oh my God, here she comes. Oh, I gotta lock this shit up because the chickens are gonna go in there. Oh, she was like buzzing and bouncing off my chest just there. And then a brood break for a couple of days if you're gonna try that type of treatment. So the powder sugar method is good. Granted, your bees are good at grooming. If they're not, well, you're gonna have some problems, unfortunately. But you might not have problems at all. So like that's why I always suggest like doing a mite check first. So do you have an alcohol wash or a means of doing a sugar shake test? Hey, Mary. Hello, Mary. You're molting. Starting to lose those feathers. Better bring them back soon. I want your green eggs. I'm up in the tri-state area, the Garden State. Mary. Yeah, so oxalic acid is organic. You just have to make sure that you get the one that's for bees. Because like oxalic acid is used for like deck stain or whatever. Like this, it's used for a bunch of stuff. If you're gonna get it, just order from Man Lake. You get the 350 gram package. As long as you keep it nice and dry, stores for a good amount of time, and you have 170 treatments, 175 treatments at 1 gram per box. Later, Mighty Mike Drop. You have a good one. And oxalic acid is organic. You could go Formic Pro. Formic Pro is technically oxalic acid over a certain temperature turns into formic. If you look at how the combustion happens and like the chemical reaction that happens with the heat. So oxalic, Formic Pro, and then what's the other one? Thymol. I think Thymol is an organic treatment as well. Also, your sugar shake or your powder sugar treatment, push in queen cage to stop the brood cycle, because then you'll at least limit how many mites are going to be going into your winter. Only thing that you have to worry about is pushing that queen cage in and stopping her from laying. Now you're going to have at least 7 or 10 days is going to be like you're going to have all your brood hatch. You can definitely mess up because as the brood hatches, the queen's going to go back usually in that nest area and lay. But if she's caged for too long, and let's say you had a huge hatch, and now all of a sudden you have a flow in your area, the bees might backfill everything and you might have a honey-bound hive. Honey-bound hive at this time of the year is not great because you want your bees at this time of the year to start laying, or to get ready to start laying the bees of winter physiology. That usually happens around September is when they're starting to lay, end of August, early September. and those bees will live anywhere from 4 to 6 months, going into winter, versus the 4 to 6 weeks that they live during the summer and spring. Um, so you don't want to like mess with that. Look up David Burns. He's a very informative YouTube channel, and awesome gentleman. He's like a certified master beekeeper as well. I'm just the guy that likes keeping bees and putting some live videos of it on YouTube and just chit chatting about it. But I've done hundreds of hours of research, honestly. So Cayman Reynolds, great YouTube channel. David Burns, great YouTube channel. Casey's Bees is also pretty good. I'm trying to think of the other beekeeping channels that there are. There's a bunch. There's a bunch. Lots of winterizing. So honestly, what I did last year, my mentor originally told me to like put like nickels in between the inner cover. Oh my god, why is she on me, dude? She wants to sting me in the fucking face. Excuse my language. He told me to put nickels between the top box and the inner cover. I'm like, okay, that seems a little weird. I don't know, but you've been doing it like that. I'll do it. Lost both my colonies first year. Second year, I'm like, I'm not listening to that. What I did is I took a honey super. I took an inner cover, right? Not these ones, of course. These ones are all tattered. But you take an inner cover that doesn't have the slot. And if you do have a slot, you just tape it up. So took an inner cover, and you put, yeah, this is just stuff that's got to go. Inner cover, and then a medium box over top of that. So what that is doing is creating like an attic space, like a little dead space. And that will allow the condensation to go up there. Honestly, bees are very good at ventilating. So as long as you have like your entrance reduced to the smaller size, and you just let them rock and roll. Honestly, I have one hive that doesn't even have an entrance reducer. I just sort of pushed a piece of wood up against it, and it teetered forward, and they made it over winter. Sometimes they won't leave you. Oh, the bees, yeah, I know. Like I just walked like, I don't know, 200 feet away, 150 feet away. So yeah, winterizing. Like if you're like really cold, what state are you in? Are you like north, south? Is it good winters, cold winters? Because honestly, that would really depend. I think in like if I was to be in like a more northern climate, like way upstate New York or Vermont or something, I'd probably insulate my hives with that polystyrene, the Pink Panther shit. I'd probably put that on, and I would just make sure I'd cut it out and make sure it's the size, basically up both sides of the box, or all four of the boxes, and then just put a ratchet strap around it to hold it, or a couple pieces of duct tape. Honestly, most important thing with overwintering them is not terrible. Okay, so look up BeeFit Beekeeping too. She's Michigan area, southern Michigan. I think it's southern Michigan. So it's like close enough in your area so you can get like an idea of like how the flows are going and like what type of. I'm assuming you guys have similar trees and plants and all that. The dog is just hanging. Keeping it safe from under the deck, bud, huh? I think David Burns might actually be Illinois or Ohio. Oh, thank you, Outlaw. I appreciate, or Out 2. I was reading it Outlaw. I don't know why. I guess when I had the mask on. Thank you so much. So yeah, we stream a bunch with the bees, and we do the morning milk streams. So we're milking the goats in the morning, just chit chat with everybody. Enjoy work. Don't work too hard. Thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. And yeah, wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions, you can add me on Instagram. My link should be in my profile. If you wanted to DM me or whatever, if you have any questions about beekeeping, you're more than welcome to. But I actually have a customer that just pulled up, so I am going to hop off the live, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, guys, take it easy. Well, if you want, Instagram works just as good. I respond plenty on there, so hit me up, and yeah, we'll chit chat.